by Maris Free Lefan. Must I say peace can still the storm? Back to peace that by looking unto perfect peace. Today is January 22nd of 2025, and we are experiencing a blast of the mind, welcoming the golden age. Some of us may be wondering what is going on. With a sudden call, of an awareness of global crisis, realizing the need for global peace. Yet, having the declaration of a commencement of the golden age could be questioning. Yes, my famous people, it is true that our power is of the people. For the people and by the people. An awareness of chasing the enlightenment. Expressed by multicultural miniature United States of America, the heart of America, unto the world. A recovery from dark age, the age of deficit, being comforted by darkness, to the recovery of fullness of knowledge, now desperate for light, to get to work, to reach destination perfect peace. That enlightenment today has reached its final stage of the destination. This expression is to remind all those still awakening, all those still in the process of affirming this already reached golden age. It is time to brainstorm to this big idea of work done, work is completed, the encouragement of President Obama exclaiming, "Can we do it? Yes, we can. Can we do it? Yes, we can." The Democratic Party has expressed efficiency of the people. The impossibility can be reached. Yes, not while still in the journey, but of the completion of the mind. It will be attained when all have ascended from this journey to the destination. The reason why we have the developmental stages being taught in between the four walls of school, so we can be able to spread the message onto the world, even to those in the rural areas, to understand why we develop from child to adult. the supposed keeping of integrity and not enabling despair. We must come to our senses. President Trump, His Excellency, expressed the fulfilling of common sense in this presidency that begins the golden age. We must all encourage each other, none left behind, to affirm this already achieved of expectation, perfect peace, a destination. Reaching perfect peace is not new to us, but the need to create awareness that being brought into this world, a human, is a kind of a fall, a crisis, such that when waking up, like waking up from a coma, we must be able to administer rehabilitation of expected. It should be luxury and not dependable. All we have developed revolution, technology for our assistance to reach the destination perfect peace and not to keep us stuck in the journey. Let all assistive devices fulfill its purpose, is the call unto all. When we have the money and know it, and cannot spend it because we are spending it rather in a dream, such is like a procrastination. It is insane, which is a reminder for all to awaken. We are not poor. Poverty does not exist. We are rich. President Trump, His Excellency, is trying to express this of those he elected to be part of his reign. The billionaires, the wealthy people of our nation, United States of America, does not despise all others who have been contributing from the origin of the making of this nation. Agriculture is still respected. The hard work of ancestors is still respected while we are becoming smart workers. It is said in a quote, which I will express according to our generation time. The 21st century will rather quote this to be, which is said, if wishes were cars, beggars will ride them. Permit me use cars in the place of horses. We have become of enlightenment of expected, understanding ascension, completing the journey to the destination perfect of enlightenment of the mind. Going back to the perfect mind is not trying to go to Mars. While some are still struggling and enforcing the going to Mars through President Trump, we are also encouraging them with the rehabilitation of expected to come to the understanding where we are today of golden age, of the mind, fulfilling, of none left behind, but reaching perfect peace, our destination. We study in between four walls of a classroom, and all other creatures study by their experience with the weather. The weather is their teacher, which is why some animals hibernate in the winter and come out in the spring. Even plants do the same. There is a reason for the weather, but how complicated it is. It's of us struggling with reaching the enlightenment of expected. And today we should be able to be fulfilled and be glad that we can recompensate the earth by living healthily and expressing the outcome of expected, of no more confusion, working smart and not hard, awakening of the higher mind, while the creatures hibernate, an extinction going on all over the world. Accordingly, realizing we are all aiming for an evacuation from the living earth, meaning completing the journey of enlightenment. We are not just evacuating with the battlefield of the mind, but of completion of battlefield free of the mind. Compassion on us all, of the sight, hearing, and being victims of hostility, whether of peaceful figures of speech to understand our purpose. Let us pardon ourselves of the hostile rehabilitations we have experienced and begin to administer dignified rehabilitation. Rehabilitation with dignity will bring us to the place of perfection and not of low self-esteem nor arrogance. A brother once said during this time of the complicated weather that we're experiencing in the south with heavy snow, he said, we do not do well with the snow. We do not do snow very well coming from the south. Therefore, should be able to understand the need for school, four walls of education to reach its maximum of expression and rehabilitation. The creatures that live in the warmer environments extinct, extinct gracefully by nomadic and the earth transitioning. It is the earth's process of transitioning that helps all creatures to extinct of expected. And we humans cannot jeopardize that traveling mercy of every other existence and the living earth by trying to take some creatures and save them and make them multiply, trying to look for all means to keep the living earth but of letting it fulfill its purpose gracefully. A wake up call unto us, like an alarm of work is already done. Must we get to the place of doctorate level of education? Even dogs do not do well with the snow. Even penguins do not do well with the snow. Enabling us to realize that there is addiction and withdrawal syndromes, which we cannot partake of, but rather encourage recovery. What we are supposed to be doing is rather encouraging those who are addicted and struggling with withdrawal syndromes to recover, and not instead enforcing them to become increase in number by trying to capture some creatures and enable some existence to last longer, trying to keep the living earth, trying to bring in more babies when we know we are on a journey to depart. We must come to our senses with the reason of education. Our traditions has enabled reasoning. The pondering of the mind continuously has brought us to the place of sound mind, not trying to keep traditions, but let traditions fulfill their purpose of bringing us to reasoning, none left behind. It hurts to correct a child, having fun, trying to restrict a child from how far they can run. Yet, we must protect a child not to get hurt. That can only increase low self esteem or arrogance, reminding us we are on a journey. It is good to discipline a child, but we must remind ourselves and remind the child at the same time the struggles we are going through while trying to discipline them, instead of being graceful, reaching a destination of enlightenment perfect. We must be evacuating gracefully, luxuriously. Our traveling mercies must be well used so that Mother Earth can transition of expected and all creatures accordingly. How we vision our world must change, please. Not trying to interpret complicatedly, but rather every complication interpreted positively to enable the expected. This is the call for the people to become of expected. Democracy must fulfill itself. We are the people. Reverend Graham said, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord." When he said this, it inspired me to understand that this Lord is not the Lord of one person, but of many. When we know God is God of one Son, therefore we, the people, are God within. Even Christ says, "You also are gods." And until we are able to recover the God that we are, of perfect peace, can we see God, of purity of the heart. Let us reconcile with the God of within, the reflection of Father, the image perfect, our origin. Holding on to the image perfect will get us to the place where Father is of perfection, of none left behind, where we have expected and not discriminated upon. Some feeling discriminated upon, not realizing the God that they are, that must be found before they can see God. Some feeling blessed, only to realize being blessed is only a complicated condition of being of sight, seeing those who are struggling put you also in a place of disability, of not being able to help one another. The self-God must be recovered so that we can heal and reach the destination perfect. Christ says that we are light, John 8:12 and Matthew 5:14 to 16. Please let us become reliable of self so that others can rely on each other, gracefully ascending, one step at a time, waiting not to become seniors, to be of expected self, but even from a childhood can become of integrity, of expected ascending, even of wisdom. God first is good and the healer of the one healing. We are good before our disruption that we are recovering from. President Trump's stands for us, the people. President Trump stands for us, the people, and we must be able to see that by proving the peace that he is within and reversing every complication of misunderstanding between each other, between us and our president. Restoration and common sense are the key words he pleads unto us, the people. And we, the people, are only just a miniature of the world. The people must express of expected so they can reach out to the world of expected. Considering economy, because of the weather we might be experiencing high prices on gas. But we must remember President Trump has enabled a solution to the problem, increasing electrical cars will reduce expense on energy, and placing tariffs on imports will bring revenue into the country and encouraging us to use mostly what is from our country, the United States of America. And this is not just for us alone, but for us to be able to stand healthy, because when we are healthy, the world is healthy. You must be the priority while the patient is the center of care. That's what nursing field taught me. You can't just go caring for the patient when you haven't been able to be of expected. It's what President Trump is saying here. He's not saying we should deprive China, we should deprive the others, but we should first of all restore ourselves while working with the others of outside. Outside is still us. We are coming to one. Our journey is reaching the destination of one, none left behind. Considering the border expressing and the need to enable the remain in Mexico policy is to encourage every area to heal. For what is the point of having the light in Mexico and running to America, leaving Mexico dark and trying to light up America more, in the United States of America more? What is the point of leaving Africa with the light and running to America to light up America more instead of maintaining the light in Africa when we know it's the whole world that needs to have light, not just one place? This time we come to understand what is transpiring here with enlightenment of our world, not just only of a nation, but now of the world. The golden age is here. What is denying that you are light and calling only Christ light? For when Christ has said you are also light. President Trump is just saying exactly those lines biblically. He's saying it politically. The scriptures of the Bible. The new government efficiency is the people to realize the uniformity of our being. Those struggling with the bushels of divisions and being separate beings, enabling different cultures and diversity. We must realize the perfect peace that we are within that must be achieved. North, west, south, east, we all meet in the center gracefully until we are perfect. We must be wherever we are legally. Illegally is disrupting, and that becomes like a bushel when we are trying to be a perfect peace. We are the people, we are the enlightenment. Let us be able to fulfill humanity of expected by enabling law and order to take control of our expected being. For we are law and we are order. We are the enlightenment of the world, humanity in dominion in every aspect of life. Concerning the hostages, those in hostage, those of January 6th conflict who were hostage have been released, expressing peace, and we know what that means. It means we have to be of expected. We have learned, rehabilitation has been applied, and now we should be of effective recovery. Praying for each other, hold hands with each other. For when someone is hostage, we all are hostage. Therefore, we're not doing work. We're not communicating with each other of expected. No one should call night, morning, or the neighbor should be questioned. Did you say good morning to your neighbor? You should keep on endeavoring and reminding each other. And checking on each other should first require checking on self of expected, and distinctly, accordingly, sensitivity should be very considered. Those US captured by the Taliban have been coming released, and the war and conflicts are becoming reduced, therefore implying that we should be of expected being. And having those illegally in other countries being sent to their legal stay, it is unto us of legally to be of expected. The light is shining on us not to fall into illegal activities. But there will be no one to blame it behind. Let us realize the light that is upon us and be expected legal citizens, while others be tired. So they are expected to stay. I hope this blesses us of understanding what is going on at this time of reaching the golden age. And also, Sir Whitcock, a real estate attorney, is being given the right to encourage the healing of all those who were captured in the Hamas and Israel conflict to enable the release of these people. A great strategy to reduce costs and complicated plans by diplomats of being very familiar with these people. He will be able to work with those with him to enable the release of those hostage. In the Middle East, Impacting the world must we also be part of the cause of no left behind. Thank you for listening. Peace steals the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace.